What sounds do birds make? They tweet, right? Tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay, well, today we're reading a story, and the title of the story is called Yip Yap.
Leonor Delgado is a veteran teacher at PS 109 in the Bronx. She's been getting coaching from English learner expert Dr. Elsa Cárdenas-Hagan, who's joining her class today.
Have you ever had a puppy?
This small group is working on reading fluency, and Miss Delgado is learning from Dr. Cárdenas-Hagan how to intentionally integrate language development into this structured lesson.
Have you ever seen a puppy?
Yes.
You've seen? How do they behave?
She begins by getting the kids talking about puppies, the topic of the story they'll be reading later.
They're babies, and what do they do? What do pups do?
They do bad and they broke your stuff.
Oh, yes, they break. Say, puppies break your stuff. Can you say that?
Puppy break your stuff.
Second grader Gisbelle clearly has background knowledge about puppies, and she's in an environment where she feels comfortable sharing it, thanks to Miss Delgado. It's critical for English learners like Gisbelle to get plenty of chances to speak, building upon the language skills they already have as they learn to read in a new language.
So we are going to practice the short vowel sounds, okay? Name.
I.
Sound.
The students begin their reading fluency practice with individual sounds.
Sound.
Next, it's fluency with individual words that will appear in the story they'll be reading at the end of the lesson.
I want you to look at row 1. We are going to read the words, and then I will ask you a question after each row, okay? Ready? Begin.
Instead of just plowing through the word list, Miss Delgado stops and focuses on different characteristics of the words, starting with the phonology of the word hug, the sounds it's made up of.
Which word or words rhyme with the word hug?
Miss Delgado gives Carol plenty of time to answer.
Dog.
Ugh. Very nice.
Dr. Cárdenas-Hagan takes a moment to extend the students' knowledge of rhyming, which can help them eventually decode new words with ending patterns they already know.
How did you know it rhymed? I'm confused. How did you know?
It has the same ending as bug.
What's the ending?
U-G. And this and the word I said have the same ending.
It has the same ending. And what changed? Only what?
The first letter.
The first letter changed. The first sound changes, and that's what makes a rhyming word.
With a little push from Dr. Cárdenas-Hagan, Carol is now primed to take the step from identifying a rhyme to being able to generate rhyming words, because she's talked through how rhymes are made.
Okay, row 2.
Wax not.
After looking at sounds in a word, Miss Delgado now explores meaning in other words from the list.
Which word means to move from side to side? What word? Yes.
Wax.
Very good. Wags. And who waxes?
The tail. The dog wags the tail.
Very nice. Okay, let's go to line 3.
And there's a word they've been discussing all week: sobs. Miss Delgado reviews it today with visuals, a sample sentence, and gestures.
And the word is sobs. Can you say that? Sobs. And I'm going to read the sentence. The boy sobs when he misses his mom. So what do you think sobs means? What does it mean? Yes, Gisbelle.
To cry noisily.
Yes, to cry noisily. So when you sob, you're not just crying. You're crying and you're making noise. Can we practice that? Can we practice sobbing?
Can you do it?
And now they're ready to read the story. They'll read it a few times to work toward fluency: accurate, automatic, and expressive reading. On the first go-round, accuracy is the focus. Each student reads at their own pace, with both teachers nearby, in case a little help is needed.
Look at it.
Pop.
What's right here?
H.
H says what? Next one. Ah, good. Put it all together. Hop. Say it again. Hop.
For their next reading, Miss Delgado and her students read the story together.
So now we are going to read the story a second time, and we are reading for expression and fluency. So when you come to punctuation and an exclamation, you sound what?
Loud.
Excited. We are excited. We sound excited.
We sound excited.
Are we ready? I'm going to model, but I want you to read along with me. Jim finds how Wags got out. Wags dug and ran.
By reading along with Miss Delgado, students hear and can mimic the correct pacing, pronunciation, and expression. This good practice helps them build confidence in their second language, too.
Wags, Wags. Did Wags hop up in our van? She did not. Okay, so I want you to turn to your partner, and I want you to retell the story from the beginning, middle, and end.
What happened at the beginning?
This gives students the chance to practice expressing their ideas out loud and to demonstrate their understanding of the story.
So how was the problem solved?
The problem is solved because they find him.
Beautiful.
And where did they find him, may I ask?
And they find Wags in the mud.
They found Wags in the mud. That was a complete sentence. Very nice.
Byron ends the lesson on a high note, bringing language and meaning together.
That was good reading.
Good reading.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Nice job.
Thank you for
You're
coaching
so
me
welcome.
in
So
and
welcome.
having them expand their thinking
Yes.
and their sentences. Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
Reading Universe is made possible by generous support from Jim and Donna Barksdale, the Hastings Quillen Fund, an advised fund of the Silicon Valley Community Foundation, the AFT, the Emily Hall Tremaine Foundation, and anonymous donors. Special thanks to Dr. Elsa Cárdenas-Hagan and in New York City, PS 109 The Sedgwick School, Bronx District 9, and the New York City Department of Education. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Are You Teaching? Reading Universe is a service of WETA Washington, D.C., the Barksdale Reading Institute, and First Book.